There we go. Hello, everybody. This is Neil. I'm down in the basement. Let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. So, I just got back from my walk. I walk a lot each day. Oh, my sign. No socks on stairs. I slipped one time when I was wearing socks, so I made a sign to remind myself to not wear socks on the stairs. So I walk to Millwood each day. I think walking to Millwood is about 4 miles, and sometimes I walk a little bit more, like to the store from there. And so, yeah, I walk a lot each day. I walk about 8 to 10 miles each day, and it's getting. You can see I have a little bit. My face is a bit red. That'll do it. Walking in the sun. Like that. So yeah, I'm making this video to talk about autism. I'm making this video to talk about autism. And let's see here. I'm gonna shut the water off. Babes was getting a drink out of the faucet, so I just had to shut the water off. So yeah. Being on the autism spectrum, I often feel. Oh, let's try this. Okay, a little bit less noise. I think that'll be good. Okay, so being on the autism spectrum, I often feel like I'm attacked. Quite frequently, honestly. I just feel like people are coming after me, like people are attacking me. People are just pushing too much stuff onto me that I can't handle. And I guess I'm making this video just to kind of, I don't know, I've been thinking about making this video for a while, and things are just kind of strange in my life right now. Dealing with some kind of intense emotional situations, and yeah, people have just been. I've been, so my sensory issues and also my ability to communicate. One thing that I want to make clear to people is that my ability to communicate is impaired. It is. My ability to communicate, like being on the autism spectrum, my ability to communicate is actually severely impaired. And most people don't notice simply because when sometimes I'm not able to speak, sometimes I'm not able to talk, and that's like it's called like autistic shutdown. And so when I people just see me like not talking, and they think, oh, he's just quiet, or he just wants to be silent, or something like that. That's not the case. What is happening is that I do want to communicate, but when I am in a state of emotional overwhelm, I can't. I talk about feeling attacked, and it's really because I have these severe sensory issues. I have these severe sensory issues. I like sometimes the emotions just get too intense. Sometimes when people are talking to me, that just gets too intense. Like even if it's a normal conversation, and so when things get too much, when things get too intense, like I literally I cannot handle. I cannot handle like everyday conversations or everyday like interactions in those situations. And so really what happens is I feel attacked in those situations. I truly do. I feel like I'm very vulnerable. I can't speak. I try to communicate as best as I can to let people know that I'm overwhelmed, but people don't really get it that I'm so overwhelmed, and they just keep on coming at me. And yeah, so with the emotional situation that I'm in right now, I just noticed. I hope the background isn't too distracting, because I'm pacing back and forth. This is one of the things that I do quite frequently. Is I will just like pace back and forth. Yeah, being on the autism spectrum, people look at me and they believe that I'm normal. They believe that I should be able to interact in a way that normal people interact, but honestly, I can't. I can't do that. I'm not saying, I'm not being like defiant when I say that. What I'm saying is I don't have that ability. That's what I'm saying. There's something in my brain that I respond to things differently. It's like a neurological difference. And so that's really what I want to get across to people, is that people, especially lately, yeah, people, okay. When people get up in my face, it's caused some really bad emotional like trauma. I honestly think this is kind of the emotional state that I am is, it's autism in one way, but I think it's also related to PTSD. So yeah, just, okay. Yeah, it's just been difficult dealing with people, and okay, so this is the kind of thing that happens. So I'm not able to communicate. I'm not able to fully usually I can communicate like a little bit, but I'm not able to like engage in the conversation in the way that people want me to. Like I can say like simple one-word answers, stuff like that. And the problem is, when I'm in that state of mind, like I literally do not have the ability to communicate at those times. That's when people get angry at me. Oh my goodness, that's when people get angry at me. And yeah, so I left my job, I want to say about 2 months ago, because, I have like major trust issues, and there was just, it just, to me, it felt unsafe. Other people, like when I say things like that, people seem to like not believe me or not understand me. They're like, oh, it seems fine to me. How can it seem unsafe to you, Neil? Because I'm on the autism spectrum, and because things come in like more intense, like far more intense than they do for other people. So an environment that seems perfectly safe to you, it may not be safe to me. It may not, it may cause panic attacks for me. And so the work environment, I had a shutdown at work. I was working in production, and the boss comes up to me. I tried to tell him like about what autism means and stuff like that. And so the boss comes up to me and he starts talking to me, and he's like, he's kind of freaking out a little. He's like, Neil, what's going on? What's wrong, Neil? Come on. What's wrong? And I can tell like he's getting upset. And then he leans in and he says, Neil, you're bringing the whole place down. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm like in shutdown, like I really can't communicate at this time. And then he just leans into me and he's like, Neil, you're bringing the whole place down. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I tried to explain what was going on, and he sent me home, and basically I was like, okay, like I have like anxiety and panic. It needs to be dealt with in a certain way. Like sometimes I can't talk, and I would like people to be able to handle those situations. People just don't know what to do in those situations. And so my boss or supervisor, he wasn't the main boss, he was like the supervisor above me. He said, okay, Neil, I want you to go home early. And he says, like, take tomorrow off too. And I was like, no, it's just a shutdown. I don't need to do that. And he said, yes, you do. You're going home. And I went home, and I haven't been back. That's basically what happened. Is he sent me home. People try to, man, I don't like it when people try to control things in my life when they don't know what's going on. Like I'm shut down, and people just react like poorly. And I had a family friend who was helping me with a car, and so I have a lot of anxiety around him. And, I shut down around him. Like I actually started going into like panic attack mode around him. And so I tried my best to tell him that I really needed like less commotion. I needed less talking. And he thought, I don't know, he seemed a little bit offended by that. And he says like, well, how are we supposed to be able to communicate if we can't talk? And in that situation, I just I didn't have anything like I was in shutdown, so I couldn't reply. All I could say is just like, I needed silence. I needed silence because everything was too confusing. Everything was coming in too fast. I was in panic mode, and so he says, well, I'm taking you home, and so he takes me home. It was pretty humiliating actually. That like when I get into these modes, people just feel like they can kind of do whatever they want with me. Like oh, I'm taking you home. Felt like he acted like I was being, I don't know, defiant or something like that. So yeah, it was just really embarrassing, kind of humiliating, and then he comes over again to like help me with the car, and I do appreciate the effort that he's put in, but then I had like severe anxiety and panic last time he came over, and I started pacing around, and then he kind of got after me and he yelled at me, and I have not talked to him since. And so that's just what happens is people think that I'm being like rude or defiant or something, like when I'm shut down, and that's not my intent at all. It really is just something that's happening inside of me. I'm not intending, like when I shut down, I can't communicate, and people read that as me being defiant, as me being rude, stuff like that, and so then they feel like justified and like coming after me and like yelling at me and stuff like that, and it's just just not a good situation. And then, oh my goodness, yeah, and so my roommate's been getting after me too. He's he thinks, let's see how to say this. My roommate and my sister think that I need to be committed to a mental institution, and it's just that they don't understand what's going on with my autism, and it's, oh my god, it's one of the most frustrating situations I've ever been in. That I'm it's just I'm just surrounded by people who don't seem to understand what autism is. They don't seem to understand. Don't seem to understand what's going on in my head, and so I got my roommate who thinks I should be committed to a mental institution, and then the real estate agent came over last Sunday, like a week ago. The real estate agent came over, and I was like, my roommate wakes me up. Oh my goodness, my roommate wakes me up and he says, your sister's selling the property. The real estate agent's going to be here in half an hour. So of course I was rather not really in a good mood, thinking like everything's going through okay, which it actually is. And then my roommate wakes me up and he says, sister's selling the farm. The real estate agent's going to be here in half an hour. I'm like, whoa. Oh, that was stressful. And then I talked to them, and of course the conversation did not go very well. They thought that I was just being like ridiculous, but I'm like, I live here. This is my home. I don't want people like coming in, invading my home, even though, so my sister has legal control of the property. The property should be going into my name pretty soon, but yeah, it's just like, man, I told my roommate to move out, and he just kind of ignored me because like that's the thing. Like I don't have any like control over the situation. I live in this home. This is my home. But my sister has legal control over the situation. So I tried to get my roommate to move out. He's the same guy that thinks I'm should be committed to a mental institution. He He said that I'm not sane. He thinks I'm a narcissist. He thinks I'm entitled. He thinks I'm arrogant. Really, all the like bad personality traits that he can come up with. He's like throwing those at me. Oh my goodness, it's a stressful situation. It's a stressful situation because people do not understand the stress that I'm going through, and then the people that come in to try to do something or to try to help or whatever, they just add to my stress. So what I need is, I honestly just need people in my life who will try to understand me. I mean, just a little bit, just try to understand me a little bit, and I need people who will not yell at me. Okay. If somebody yells at me, it's over. It's just over. Like everybody who's yelled at me over the past like few months, like I have those faces in my mind that that look that somebody gets when they're like really upset. Like those are the faces that I have in my mind when I think of those people. So if you yell at me, then my mental representation of you is your face yelling at me. So when I think about you, I just think about you, like I picture your face like yelling at me. So that is so what I'm saying is, please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. Because I will not want to talk to you if you yell at me. You'll just be like too scary for me to want to talk to if you yell at me. So yeah, like life. Hey. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna go get my painting. So this is. Let's see here. Here she is. This is the painting that I did. It's been a little bit now. It's been like a few weeks, I think. Anyway, so this is wood from the farm. So this is boards that were around the farm that I fixed up and I painted on. So this for me is not confusing. I mean, I'm not saying my painting is absolutely fantastic, but I'm glad. I'm happy of the progress that I've made, and I think that I can make pretty substantial progress pretty quickly, because really that's what I'm focused on, is the art thing. I'm focused on the like paintings like this, and also I did a few. This is just little tests that I did, but did like a donut thing and just this is from like a painting I was looking at, but yeah. So I like art is where it is. Really, like I'm not confused when I think about art. When I get into art mode, it's like I'm there, like I'm just centered, and I can do what I need to do with art. But when it comes to life, when it comes to like the normal like adult things that you're supposed to do, it's just like that's where the confusion comes in. Like I honestly, like being on the adult spectrum. Wait, did I say adult? I meant being on the adult spectrum. I think most people are on the adult spectrum. That's hilarious. Did I say adult when I meant autism? Okay, so being on the autism spectrum means that, handling those everyday like adult things that most people like don't even think about, like those are super challenging for me. So I don't know how to get help with it, like, because I don't think people believe me. I honestly don't. I don't think people believe that I struggle to the amount that I actually struggle. So it's just what do you do with that when going to ask for help, or just trying to get people involved in my life in a positive way is so difficult, just because people don't understand what I'm struggling with, and I just think they don't believe me. I just think that it's like they think I don't know what they think. I don't know what they think. They just they don't seem to realize that I have the struggles that I have, and the people that do come in to help are just like, oh, they don't help. They think they're helping, but they just make things so intense. And then they get upset when I refuse their help. I'm not refusing their help. I'm refusing the intensity. I'm refusing the emotional burden that I always get when I feel like things are too intense. So yeah, man. Okay. Wow, my videos get long. My videos get really long. I just talk and talk and talk. And I think this is what confuses people. So if you're watching me talk right now, you might think that that I always am able to talk like this. And I'm stumbling over my words a little bit, but it's pretty good for what's in my mind being like pushed out my mouth into words. Like that seems to be working okay right now, where I think of something, and then it just I'm able to say what I think. So oh, I heard a noise. Okay. Oh, something outside, I think. Anyway. Yeah. So, in making this video, I feel like I'm doing okay in translating my thoughts into words, but please be aware that, if you see me out in public, like out in the wild, so to speak, it's like, I'm not going to be able to communicate. I'm not going to be able to fully engage. And if people push that too much, if they push me to engage more than my mind is able to engage at the time, oh, that's just anxiety. And so yeah, these things, it's like, I wonder, how do I communicate these things to people? That's what I'm really wondering, because it's, yeah, it's like, I want to be around people. I really do. No, sometimes I don't, but those times, but I do have those times when I really do need like that emotional connection, or like to be around people. So yeah, it's just very, like, I don't know how to make those things happen yet. And there are just some kinds of people that I am scared of. The kind of people who have traditionally, like in my life, just been about like giving me commands and giving me orders and telling me what to do, and like, Neil, this is what you have to do with your life. If you want to, you have to be responsible. You have to do this. You have to do that. And it's like, whoa, stop. That's what I want to say. I just want to say, stop. Like, whenever people say stuff like that, it just gets so confusing. It's like the terminology and the words that people use are not the same way that I would phrase the same things. They're like much different, and you have to realize that, like, just because you're communicating in a way that you understand, like a neurotypical person understands, does not mean that I'm going to be able to communicate in that way. And so when you communicate with me, like, if I'm seemingly resistant to what you say, just consider it to be a language processing difficulty. If I struggle in a conversation, that is the first thing. Like, if you truly want to interact with me and you find me struggling in a conversation, the number one cause of me struggling in conversations is like a language processing difficulty, like processing all the information that's coming in. So don't think that I'm being rude. Don't think that I'm being like difficult. It's just, I really do not, my brain does not process things in the way that a normal brain does. And I want people to respect that. I want, I started the video talking about like feeling attacked, and that's not a joke. It's simply that the way that my brain processes things is that things come in like far more intense. So people don't intend to attack me, but that's just the way that it comes across. And yeah, there's no way. It's like there's no recourse. I have no recourse in the situation. So if somebody like elevates me to the low level of panic, I've tried to talk to people about this and saying like what you're doing right now is, increasing my anxiety and panic and stuff like that. And people just like don't believe me. They think I'm just making stuff up. But it's true. Like, if things are too intense, it's just going to increase my anxiety. And yeah. So this video is longer than I thought it would be. I don't think I'm going to edit this video. I'm not going to edit this video. I don't want to edit this video. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't want to edit this video. I don't. I seriously don't. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I'm going to shut off now. Nope. Wait a second. Hold on. Okay. All right. I don't want to edit the video. Oh, it's like over 26 minutes long. I don't want to edit this video. Maybe a little bit. I don't want to edit the video. I don't want to edit the video. It's too long. I do not want to edit the video. Okay. All right, I'm going to shut off now.